You kind of become a little bit like the conspiracy guy. But it seems like people just want to kind of attack you about it, you know?
They want to attack me for not trusting criminals. Can you believe that?
Right. Yeah. Well, they don't want to think with you sometimes.
They want people attack me because I don't trust criminals.
Yeah.
That's why they attack me. I don't trust any information coming from a goddamn criminal.
Yeah.
And if you look at everybody will agree that the government is corrupt.
Yes.
Everybody, 100% of everybody will agree that the government is corrupt.
Yes.
And they're involved in criminal activities, right? Yet, like, and the government's definitely involved in, like, people have died because of the corruption in government, right? Everybody agrees.
I mean, there's so
right?
much proof, like Bay of Pigs,
everything.
Gulf of
There's so much proof.
It's interesting you say that too, because I mean, at the beginning of the year, the White House was releasing that alien footage. Remember, we even played.
They're pushing it. They'll put it on CNN. They're pushing it.
Yeah.
They're pushing all that. They're pushing.
So do you think that's the start of it?
I used to be a super fan of aliens in space. I threw all the DVDs away, but I had stacks and stacks. Me and Joe, we'd watch space documentaries all the fucking time, over and over and over. BBC's space, over and over. All the space documentaries you could find, I would fucking videotape that shit. I was a space junkie, and every now and then, I wonder. It is kind of weird that 100% of these space documentaries are all CGI cartoons. None of it's footage from actual, like, satellites or anything like that. I thought that was kind of weird, but I'm like, oh, they got it all figured out. And then I continue to watch it. People are hypnotized. That's what's going on. There's mass hypnosis going on.
Oh, I'm a victim of a lot. I can feel it. I can feel myself starting to escape from it sometimes.
Yeah.
But why are we allowed to, as humans, as thinkers, in whatever world this is, in whatever we're living in, say it's controlled by something, why does that thing allow us to start to question?
They're not allowing us to question. We're waking up on our own, and they're doing everything to stomp it out. Like flat Earth, you go flat Earth, you go to YouTube, you're gonna get nothing but debunker videos. Like, why are they making videos debunking flat Earth if it's so stupid? Right. Why are there people making videos and spending a lot of time, full-time jobs, debunking what we live on?
Yeah.
Why are they doing that? How does flat Earth have such legs? How does it have legs? It's so dumb.
Right.
How is it just keeps growing and growing? People are waking the fuck up.
And what are they scared of? That we're gonna break through the.
You can't. The Jesuit goal is a one world order, one world goal. All the secret societies, Skull and Bones, there's a bunch of them. Freemasons, there's a bunch of secret societies that all work together. They want a one world government, and the way it's going to happen is from a fake alien invasion. They're already preparing for it. They're doing it right now. It's Project Bluebeam. That's what they're doing. So I used to be really into aliens, big time. Then I realized, oh shit, they're tricking everybody. They're making it so the alien community. They're going, look, there's all these government programs, Project Blue Book. They got all these documents where they're investigating UFOs. The government really knows that shit is all done on purpose. So it looks like the government's hiding it. It looks like it is. So it makes you believe it. But meanwhile, they're not hiding it. They created it.
They created
Roswell, all that shit's fake. That's all fake. I used to believe that. I used to believe all that shit, crash UFOs and all that shit. That shit ain't real. They want you to believe that the government is trying to hide it. It's brilliant.
Yes.
So now I look at that. Now I look at all the UFO sightings. It's like, that's government shit.
Right.
They're making
they know that we're looking for it, so now they're putting it out there so that they can control it.
So once the fake alien invasion happens, everybody buys it hook, line, and sinker. We go one world government. And you can't, they go, why are they lying to us about space? You can't have a fake alien invasion without space.
Yeah.
But
I think we got to stay out of space, man.
It all depends on, man, the space.
Yeah, we could go really.
Yeah, we can go real deep on space. But
do you think that there are aliens?
Man, I think, again, this is a long story. If you hashtag Project Bluebeam. Project Bluebeam is, if you study history and politics, especially in this country, you know that the New World Order is real. I mean, George Singer talked about it all the time. He's like, now it's time for a new world order. It's like a new world order this, a new world order that.
Out of these troubled times, our fifth objective, a new world order, can emerge, a new era. We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. What is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order.
And it's all about fucking one government. So if we're going to go with one government,
Right.
we got to give up our Bill of Rights.
Right.
Every country. We got to give that shit. That's what they want. They want to kill, man, because those the Constitution's huge.
Yeah.
Oh, the Constitution, it gives us power.
Well,
so they want, so if the goal is a one world government, Ronald Reagan has said it at least 8 times. While George Singer, now he's vice president. Now we have Ronald Reagan as the president. And all of a sudden he keeps talking about how if in front of the UN, Ronald Reagan, you could even find there, Ronald Reagan Aliens United Nations speech. He talks and he says this over and over. He says, wouldn't all the differences in the world vanish if there was some sort of alien extraterrestrial threat and we would all
band
come together? Yes.
I couldn't help but say to him, just think how easy his task and mine might be in these meetings that we held if suddenly there was a threat to this world from some other species from another planet outside in the universe. We'd forget all the little local differences that we have between our countries, and we would find out once and for all that we really are all human beings here on this earth together. Well, I don't suppose we can wait for some alien race to come down and threaten us. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
That's what they want. That would be the quickest way.
Right, to bring that threat and make us think that.
Yeah, and make us think that there's, oh shit, they're attacking
But
us.
wouldn't that be great, you think? Because then we'd all band together. If it were real.
A constitution would go down the toilet.
But
we would have no rights if we had a one world government. We
Right.
would be in a police state. That's what's going on. Total control.
But then the bigger question is, then why does somebody want to do that? But how about this? If an alien showed up, could you beat an alien in fighting? Could you, if you got into with an alien?
Sub only, yes.
Submission only.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking awesome, dude. I could see you submit an alien, bro.
It's a long story. It's a long story. And there's a guy, a whistleblower who used to be in U.S. Naval Intelligence. His name is William Cooper. He wrote a book called Behold the Pale Horse. It came out like in 1991. And this guy had access to all these documents because his job was to prepare these meetings for high-level military officers. And he decided to whistleblow, and they killed him. They killed him. But before they killed him, he had like this low-level pirate radio thing where he's dropping all this info.
I wanted to know just how true all of this was, and I began a program of research to find out if extraterrestrials were real. The first thing I did was collect every bit of documentation that I could find, both from the Freedom of Information Act, from the research of others, from books that had been printed on the subject of UFOs, and of course through my network of friends in the intelligence community. What I discovered was amazing. What I discovered, ladies and gentlemen, is that there has been a plan in existence since about 1917, and probably before that, to create an artificial extraterrestrial threat to this earth in order to create a one-world totalitarian socialist government.
And I used to be really, really into UFOs. I got an alien tattooed on my arm. So I thought aliens used to be a conspiracy theory. We thought, look, there's all this evidence that the government's trying to cover up aliens.
Right, but we don't even have that anymore.
No, I know, but it's different now because, and then I would listen, people say, you got to listen to William Cooper, man. He wrote that book, Behold the Pale Horse. And I looked into him a little bit, and he was saying that the UFOs aren't real. It's really just government craft, and the government's fucking with us. So I never really gave him a chance. And then 10 years later, I figured it out on my own. I'm like, wait a minute. Let me go back to William Cooper. And he's saying he used to be all full-blown into UFOs, too. He thought it was real because he saw all the documents. He goes, in the cover-ups and the projects and where, like, government agencies investigating UFOs, he came to the conclusion that that was all, the hoax was, let's pretend that we're covering up UFOs so that people will believe in it.
I see.
And then they started pushing. That's when all this
long-term reverse psychology.
That when you study Jesuits and you study the secret societies, all their plans are long-term. They're all long-term plans, and they go from generation to generation.
Business owner, any good business runner, you're thinking 2 or 3 things ahead. You start to think, okay, I can hire this person or let this person go today or do this or that. But I'm thinking 2 or 3 moves ahead now.
And as for the aliens, it's similar to what I was saying about getting a whistleblower to give you the information so that you'll believe the propaganda more. They have a supposed flying saucer crash, and then they bring out the first newsreel that says that it was people saw the flying saucer crash and alien bodies recovered. Whoa! Then the next day they cover it up and they say it was a weather balloon. Sorry about that. We misreported. And so the thesis, antithesis, and then synthesis result, the Hegelian dialectic. Right. They've given you both sides here. The synthesis result they want is that you actually believe that there were aliens, even though now you have no evidence of it whatsoever. And they've even come out and come against it, but first they came out for it. And then after that, then they bring out more whistleblowers, more hearsay, no physical evidence, but more people with supposed inside information to tell you that, it was true. Meanwhile, the official channels continue denying it, and that gives this mystery that Adam Weishaupt talked about. When you want to inculcate someone into a new worldview, you have to shroud it in mystery so that they always want a little bit more. And that's what they've done with aliens. They've turned it into this insatiable mystery and giving us little bite-sized pieces from their supposed insiders, all the while the official establishment denying it, so that we think that it's this counterculture truth that's seeping through the cracks, and we want to be part of knowing about it. And so that's what aliens have been for the past 100 years almost. And that what they want to do is to use that as their reason for the New World Order, as they've been talking about, like in the Independence Day movie. And now, what is it, 20 years later now? They've
the new one.
The new one, right? Because they want to make sure that this idea stays in your mind. The idea that if there's an off-world threat, what needs to happen is all the governments, all the militaries of the world need to come together in a new world order to face this threat. They want that idea fresh in your mind.
I turned down, I've been approached three different production companies want me to be a host for some conspiracy theory show. I'm like, fuck that. I don't want to be no conspiracy theory host.
Because you think something could be, but do you think, like, because I'm thinking if I'm running around and that's part of, the vibe that I'm carrying with me, then somebody who has a bigger ability to me and more control would shut me down like a roach.
Maybe that could happen. But I'm already shutting myself down.
Right.
I'm not doing conspiracy theory shows. I'm only talking about conspiracy theories on podcasts where the host wants to talk about it.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, it really just comes down to, I don't trust criminals. I don't trust them. So when people are fucking making fun of me and calling me an idiot for not trusting, I don't trust any science that I can't verify for myself.
Yeah. I find right now is a great time where a lot of people are asking themselves, they're asking themselves. They don't trust. Man, I grew up just trusting everything, and now I'm realizing, no, I can't just trust everything, because the people that are running things are people, and just like me, they are compromisable. They could be
Corruptible?
They're corruptible. Yes, we're fucking broken people. We're made. We. No one has ever been fucking perfect. And 9 out of 10 times when you get to levels of power, your ego is so infected that there's nothing that all you're gonna do is fuck up. You're gonna be so caught up in yourself. I just think that it's definitely a time where, yeah, it's like we can't trust what's happening. You know, we can't.
We just gotta get to the point where we can do our own research and we legitimately question everything.
Right.
For real. Don't just say it. Actually question everything and be suspicious about what you're seeing on TV. Be suspicious. Don't say things that a defense attorney would say. Say things that the prosecuting attorney would say, and the government is on trial. The media is on trial.